Hey guys, it's Super Kami Kevin here, and Evo is officially upon us. Yes, the fighting game Super Bowl is going on this weekend, and I want to talk about my three predictions for the three major games Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. Now, originally, I do want to talk about games like King of Fighters, but I am recording this on a Saturday, and King of Fighters has already revealed that they're getting Mature and Vice coming to them in December for the next update for the new King of Fighters. Along with we're getting a new Art of Fighting as well, and a Samurai Showdown RPG. Now, I'm not sure how many of y'all remember Samurai Showdown and Art of Fighting, but to me as a fighting game fan, this is so cool to hear. You really don't often hear all these games getting big reboots, and honestly, especially for a game like Art of Fighting, who for the most part, the average person doesn't really remember anymore. So I'm really excited to see that. And Samurai Showdown is such a cool world, cool ass samurais fighting each other. I can't wait to see what an RPG is going to look like coming from them. All right, and let's start with Tekken first. If you guys already know, I love Tekken. If you look at my channel, you're constantly seeing me playing Tekken, grinding on the rank mode with Farang and Nina. So we've already had Lydia announced for Tekken. She is coming next week on the 22nd for release, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see anything with Tekken. I think Evo, you got to have some big trailer. Maybe we'll see a new character. I'm doubting that, but for right now, I do believe. At least here's my prediction for what we're going to see next week for Tekken. Well, this weekend for Tekken, we are going to be getting the story mode DLC that they showed off in the original of the trailer. We got to see a big little reveal that we might be getting something coming soon for that. And what I'm praying and what I'm hoping that we get coming soon will be a full Tekken Force mode. So if you play the story mode of Tekken, you see that we actually have a full in-game big battle scene where you play with a bunch of different characters in a Tekken Force style mode. And if you don't know what that is, Tekken Force mode is in the game where you actually fight basically as kind of like a beat 'em up, like a classic Streets of Rage final fight thing, but it's from Tekken. So imagine you're in the 3D plane, walking up and forward and across the map, fighting enemies to get to another level, like a classic beat 'em up would be. So I'm assuming that's coming at some point along with the DLC story. If you didn't play the DLC, didn't play the story mode, here is a spoiler. Reina is Heihachi's daughter. So we were all wondering how she was related to the Mishimas. I thought she would be one of Kazuya's kids, like maybe a hidden child that he didn't know about. But Reina is actually Heihachi's daughter. So she is Kazuya's sister and Jin's aunt. So I'm curious to see, and she also has her own devil takeover as well. So I think we'll actually get a big story DLC for Tekken 8. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. And then next, I think the next big thing will probably be a teaser for the next character. Like I said, we already know Lydia's coming, but again, it's Evo. You want to show off some big things. So I'm assuming we'll get the next hint for the character. If you follow the leaks and rumors, and again, these are just leaks and rumors, nothing concrete yet. It's either going to be Fakuram or Marduk, which are characters I'm not super excited about. Like, I played Marduk a bit in 7. I played a bit of Fakuram in 7, but purely because he was the closest thing to Bruce, and Marduk, because I was just bored and I wanted to try out the new characters, and I liked him a little bit more. Neither of these characters, in my opinion, are going to set the world on fire, nor are they like fan favorites. I know the pro players who probably would be excited to play them, but the average person, I don't really see everyone getting hype. Out of all the new characters from 7, I really don't think we needed Fakuram. I would have took Josie over her. I really would have took Katarina if you watch my characters I wanted to see in the season pass over her. But hey, I'll see how this goes. I'm going to be optimistic, and that's my Tekken pick. When it comes to Street Fighter, I think Street Fighter is going to have a little bit less to show off this time, mainly because we've already gotten the full season pass already shown off. But M. Bison's already released. Terry is set to come out this fall. He is probably the most hyped character I'm waiting for Street Fighter. I have not played Street Fighter 6 much at all since Tekken 8's come out. I haven't really thought about it, purely because I've just been enjoying the hell out of Tekken 8. And Terry Bogard is probably the one character that will pull me back. And my biggest problem with Street Fighter, I never had my own character, it felt like. It just felt like I liked Manon, but I felt like Manon, in the grand scheme of things, was never optimal compared to like a Luke or a Ken or a Jury. So I just felt like I'm playing this character. I like her. I got the platinum with her, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to be winning constantly or trying to get any higher sticking with her. So here's hoping I'll switch over to Terry, fall in love with Terry in that game, and he'll be my main. But I think we'll get a Terry trailer, and then I'm also assuming we're going to get a big new fight pass, or even something with the story expansion. Street Fighter 6 has a really incredible story mode, arguably one of the best open rail story modes for a fighting game since like the PS2 Mortal Kombat's. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with that one. And hoping we get a big update, something that kind of, because they constantly add things for the avatar customization. So I really hope they make it worth it this time and give us something actually to do instead of just wearing a bunch of outfits just to wear around the Battle Hub. That's been one of my biggest disappointments. But yeah, I see Terry coming out. And along with Capcom, this is still part of Capcom, I'm assuming we'll get the Marvel vs. Capcom release date. That collection coming out. I'm assuming we'll get a release date this weekend as well, on top of the Street Fighter 6 news. And lastly, let's talk about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is going to have the biggest hill to climb if they want to bring back their fan base. Now, a lot of people have turned their back on these games, but you know what? Their community is still thriving. They're still doing decent. And I have a lot of hope that they will turn this ship around with this game, but I really don't expect them to, unfortunately. Like, I hope they will, but I want to see who's coming in this next season pass. If you want to see a video of me giving me like a top 5 for Mortal Kombat coming soon, just let me know. But for right now, I'm assuming we'll get the last character. Well, Takeda is the last character. So we'll get the full trailer breakdown of him again. And maybe something that hints either another story expansion DLC and maybe something with the next season pass. I can't speculate on who I want yet in here. But if there were to be a single character, I can't give you a season pass yet. Maybe in the future. But if I can get one character, bring my boy Kabal back. That's all I'm asking. I need to be throwing big blades at people, running through people. I need Kabal. I like my speed. I like my rushdown characters. I like him making you guess what I'm about to do next. And the hook swords were so badass in 11. I need my boy back. But Mortal Kombat really has to show something to keep people interested. Whether it means really cool guest characters, whether it means really maybe some big gameplay overhauls, maybe a 1v1 mode without cameos that people have been begging. I really doubt that one, so I have no faith in that one. But I'm assuming they're going to try to give us something really worth it. And hopefully they can, because I love Mortal Kombat, I love MK, but Mortal Kombat 1 has not done anything for me. I'm not playing that game. I'm not thinking about that game. I kind of regret buying that game. So here's hoping they can actually do something that brings people back. And all right, that is my predictions for the big 3 games at EVO this year. I'm really excited to watch Grand Finals. I can't wait. I'm going to be glued to my computer screen all weekend long watching these fights. I love fighting games. I love EVO. Here's hoping I can make it one year, maybe next year. I'm definitely going to try to look into getting into a fighting game tournaments at some point. But I love this stuff. I love watching this stuff. And I can't wait to see and freak out for these big reveals coming out this weekend. And once again, guys, this is Super Comic Kevin signing off. You guys have a great one.